lurked at the heart of the Witness's ambitions. Callus, sworn disciple of the Witness, was charged with securing the Veil. In addition to his loyal Shadow Legionaries, Callus was given a horde of Taken, beings enslaved to the will of the Witness, and the fearsome Tormentors. We had allies of our own, Callus's daughter, the Empress Keitel, as well as the Cloud Striders Rohan and Nimbus. On Neptune, we discovered Strand, a darkness power granting command over the psychic connections underlying our reality. We set out to put a stop to Callus's plans, but we would soon discover that there were still gaps in our understanding of light and dark. The plan was to put a stop to Callus's plans at the source by infiltrating his ship. Callus's forces were in possession of the radio mast, a device that could create a link between the Veil and the Traveler. Time was short, and there was still much we did not understand.
There's something strange here, too. A powerful concentration of light energy?
Something's not right here.
Wait. A source of paracausal energy. It could be the radial mast.
The Shadow Legion have the corridor locked down tight. Even if we could fight through, they'd have enough time to secure the radial mast.
Must be more than one path to the radial mast. Stand by. I'll send you all the sensor scans we have.
You want them to take an indirect route? We can ill afford to waste time.
Guardian, do you see that? It's more of that strange darkness energy. What is it doing here? Pyramid resonance is shielding the Cabal. Another weapon from the Witness. Looks like a dead end. Hang on, I'll reroute us.
You're losing valuable time. This is exactly what I was concerned about.
Another darkness anomaly. Where did it come from? This energy source. This is incredible. You can wield it. has an entire room dedicated to a giant gold statue of himself. Talk about gaudy. Oh, some kind of energy lock. Disrupting the circuit should open the door. The Shadow Legion must use this grav lift to move equipment and troops across the ship. It should take us deeper in. I still can't believe my sensors. Could the radial mast really be a light artifact?
There's still a great deal we don't know. What is the radial mast capable of? How will it affect the Veil? What is the Witness planning?
All very good questions, but ones that can wait until we've destroyed the radial mast and saved your city.
I know what's at stake here, Osiris.
Shadow Legion are ready for a siege, all right. Just look at all these ships.
Callus is ready to annihilate this city. Those ships reach the cryopods. Casualties would be devastating.
Hey, I bet we can help with that. Overloading those energy conduits should do the trick. Volatile energy? Again?
Again? How often does this happen?
Too often. Torment, up high.
Distraction. But an effective one.
And the people of Neomuna will be safer. At least for now.
In the end, we could not prevent the Witness from reaching its goal. By creating a link between the Veil and the Traveler. It opened a portal, vanishing through it to a place we could not follow. We suffered great losses.
Linda, are you there?
But we were not yet defeated. We would keep trying. To do anything else would be a disservice to those who gave everything to save humanity. Through our efforts on Neptune, we came to understand the paracausal forces that drive our universe. The physical world, with its natural laws, is the domain of light. The mind, consciousness, memory, these are the domain of darkness. On Titan, we revealed the Witness's true aim. A final shape for all of existence. Eternal, perfected stillness, imposed upon a universe of vibrant change. All in the pursuit of higher meaning. To defy the terrible fate the Witness had in store for our universe, we had one option. We had to find a way through the portal.
People need to feel safe here.
Examining the past helps put the present into perspective. It reminds me how much all of us have accomplished already, and what we might achieve in the future. There's power in the stories we tell each other, as surely as there is in light and dark. Together, we can face anything. So remember, eyes up.
Emergency Guardian, sorry.
Be careful. I swear, if you get sucked into a jet turbine, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh no.
We are all warriors.
Sorry.
But the city looks to the Titans. Don't take that lightly.
Emergency Guardian, sorry.
I know you are capable. The House of Light is an outstanding addition to our city. I'm glad we stuck to our convictions through the endless night.
These people are friends. Friends, Soraya.
Sorry.
If you expect us to trust you, we expect you to do the same. It's that simple.
Emergency Guardian, sorry. Seriously?
You have questions?
Sorry, I'm late,
Deep breath, Soraya. Chance there
My
is,
hidden
there's
are
a
scattered and quiet.
very
I need information, Guardian.
Emergency Guardian, sorry.
Your wilting loyalty to the Vanguard is not going unnoticed.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late.
These people are friends. Friends, Soraya.
Do you have knowledge to share?
Oh no. Sorry, I'm late.
Titan, let us work together. You can learn much from the Warlocks.
took power from this pyramid once before, Guardian. Ikora believes there is more to be found.
How will communing with darkness help us understand the voices we heard when we found Sagira's shell?
Reach the statue at the heart of the pyramid. Strengthen your connection to the darkness, and you will see beyond the limitations of normal sight.
Interesting. I'm picking up a Cabal transmission. I pulled a clip for you.
To the warriors of the Cabal Empire, defectors march upon the European pyramid, searching for trinkets of darkness. Their expedition is not sanctioned. Any that join them act alone. My father's obsession with the voice in the darkness must not infect our own ranks.
I guess this means the Empress won't mind us fighting our way in. Cabal's shield blocking the doorway. Looks like they got up here first. Eris, the pyramid is reacting to our presence somehow. Opening doors, moving platforms.
Perhaps it senses something in you. When I explored these strange passageways, I felt it sensed something in me, too. I resented it at first. To believe it recognized in me some secret kinship. But like you, Guardian, I have learned to use it.
Supplies everywhere. It looks like they're trying to establish a foothold inside the pyramid.
Hoping to pilfer artifacts of darkness for their war against war itself, I assume. Xivu Arath destroyed their homeworld, and the conquerors do not take well to being conquered.
I think that device is jamming the pyramid's movement somehow. You said the pyramid recognizes something in us, Eris. But what?
A defender. A finely honed blade. Curiosity. It could be any of those. Or none. Ikora too has asked this question, and my answer is always the same. Pure speculation. I worry the ambiguity weighs on her too heavily.
I don't think the pyramid is helping us out of generosity, Guardian. It's manipulating us, using us somehow. The darkness is a neutral force, but the pyramids have an agenda. Until we know what it is, we can't let our guard down. Something must control these ships. We've never seen a pilot.
In her journeys beyond the heliopause, Queen Mara Sov encountered the entity that commands the pyramids. She said its mind spoke louder than any other she has ever heard. A cacophony of thought. Perhaps those voices steer these ships. One of those voices invited you to this pyramid once before.
Lycoris said that this new ability allows you to see psychic imprints of past events. And if you commune with the pyramid, you might be able to see the imprint on Sagira's shell. It's strange. The light made you forget, and now the darkness helps you remember. The Cabal are trying to destroy the statue. We have to stop them, or you won't be able to commune with the pyramid. Feel it calling to us. Be careful, Guardian. Eris, we communed with the statue. We can't tell yet if anything has changed. It seems like we might not notice the effects until we're back in Savathun's throne world. Either way, we don't want to stay here longer than we have to.
Wise. These ships are still a mystery to us.
I admit, even after I sent you off, I had my doubts. But Eris reports the pyramid responded to your presence. A sign that we're headed in the right direction, I think. Now that you've paid a visit to the pyramid, You should be able to reveal the memory on Sagira's shell in full. The fact you can't means there's still something we're missing. The Hidden have been analyzing the wounds you see all across the desert. The areas around them emanate with strong concentrations of psychic energy. They've located a similar concentration inside the throne world. I believe that's what we need in order to make Savathun's memory fully manifest. Take Sagira's shell there. Then we'll see if I'm correct. Hopefully, this is how we'll finally find some answers. Guardian, the psychic energy my Hidden detected is concentrated in this area. Find the source, and you might be able to learn more from Sagira's shell. It's possible she learned how Savathun stole the Traveler's light before she died. There must be some clue here. Search the area. I've delivered the general location data to your ghost, though I don't have anything precise.
I'm sensing pyramid-related interference between us and the coordinates Ikora sent. There must be a way to get around it. Right there. That's contributing to the interference. Maybe we can destroy it. That helped, but I'm picking up another source of interference. Let's track it down. Ikora, we encountered pyramid interference. The one on Europa was so welcoming to us. What changed?
On Europa, I suspect that your purposes overlap neatly with the pyramids. You destroyed the Cabal. It granted you more power. Here, your presence hardly registers. You have nothing to ask for and nothing to offer. Remember, the pyramid entity considers itself neither our friend nor our enemy.
These old, half-forgotten pathways. That power you're using is making them real again. Rebuilding them through memory.
Hopefully, Sagira's shell holds that same potential. With the right concentration of psychic energy, a resonant memory connected to her shell will manifest.
Once we learned Savathun was impersonating Osiris, I wanted to believe Sagira was still alive, trapped somewhere, like him. That if we played our cards right, we'd free her too. But at least we found her. She can help us one last time, then we can bring her home. Ikora, I think we found it. There's something here.
Find a connection point. We need answers now.
Distorted symbols. I can't quite make them out. What is this place? Ikora, we've been transported somewhere. It doesn't look like the rest of Savathun's throne world. Ikora? We lost her, Guardian. I guess we're going in alone.
I stand before a being with 1,000 names. It whispers one. The witness. Remember it. Remember that name. It is not darkness, but something that wears it like a cloak. It gives darkness a wicked shape. I refuse to be its servant. I spent centuries crafting schemes, playing tricks, finding loopholes. And then I select my new name. A man with many enemies and few friends. But those friends know secrets about the light, about new beginnings. My plan takes shape.
That came from Sagira's shell. Like a psychic imprint. A memory. Savathun's memory. And if that's what it was, it means she used Ikura's relationship with Osiris to learn something about the light. Something dangerous.
Hey, are you there?
We're here, Finch.
Oh, good. I've been trying to reach you. I couldn't get through. Look, I got another tip for you. Big lead on your next clue. So, come meet me. No time to lose. Put some of these, pieces together. You want a peek? We're on the same side here. Whoa, you saw a what? A memory? See, I knew Sagira's shell would start us in the right direction. I knew it! Okay, here's the tip. Ever heard of Oryx? The Taken King? Savathun's brother? Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Savathun's got a temple dedicated to him. Look, I know what you're thinking. Who cares, right? But we found Sagira's shell in a temple dedicated to the sister Xivu. Imagine what we could find in Oryx's temple. Okay, as far as how we get in, well, you just leave that to me. He's a loosened hive. It might seem unstoppable, yeah, but, behind the scenes, I'm seeing confusion, chaos, some existential dread. It's working. Oryx is protected by one of Savathun's toughest warriors. He's guarding something. Something you can use like you use Sagira's shell. But the only way in is through some old canals, which means we need a boat. Leave that part to me. Hey, that's our guy. The one guarding the temple. What's he doing away from his post? This could be our chance.
Back there. The path is unblocked.
So Savathun was impersonating Osiris, Ikora's friend and mentor, right? Maybe Ikora slipped up. Said something that helped Savathun get at the light.
Whatever happened between them, this isn't Ikora's fault.
Sure. I'm just saying. Ikora is a spy master, right? And Osiris is her friend. Yeah, you'd think she would have noticed.
Savathun tricked all of us, including you, and every other Hive Ghost. We're not going to let Ikora take this on herself.
These weird Hive controls, and how does this... Ah! There it is. Here we go! Boat's moving!
Why did we stop?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect this. Just a little hiccup. You can get that barrier down, right? Sure you can.
Guardian down.
Good job. Boat's on the move again.
Finch, we're stuck again.
Seriously, but I did the thing. It's just this hive tech. It's so archaic. Just give me a sec. Got it. Okay, we're getting close to the swamp now. Temple's not far from here.
You said this is a temple to Oryx?
Yeah, that's right. Savathun's brother. The Taken King himself. Those two killed each other about 1,000,000 times over, but she dedicated a temple to him. It's funny how that works. Now be careful here. Something happened to this place. It's overgrown with darkness.
I can sense light here, though. I just can't see it. Maybe there's a safe path through. We're all clear, Finch. We're heading in.
Careful. The knight guarding this place? He's an old rival of Oryx, and he's no joke. Pretty funny that Savathun has him guarding Oryx's temple.
Finch, you were right. We found something. It's a piece of the Tablets of Ruin. The tablets Oryx used to create Taken.
I was right. I was right. I knew it. I knew the Taken were involved somehow.
Alak Hul's ghost got away. It just left his body here.
Contingency plan. They're learning. Trying to stay a step ahead of you. But you got the tablet. That's the important part. That gets us one step closer to taking down the Witch Queen.
translucent hive. Imaru here with your marching orders. Scorn are reinforcing. Good chance for us to do likewise before the Guardians count it. Too late. They're coming your way.
portal that was here before is gone. We'll have to find another way forward if we want to manifest the memory. The tablet we found must be connected to how Savathun got the light.
I will never be the Taken Queen. I refuse to play second fiddle to my brother Oryx. When Oryx carved the Tablets of Ruin, he described the ability to create the Taken. But Oryx's chisel was affected by viral power from the deep. I studied its vermicular path. I read between the lines. The tablets hide a riddle. The answer to this riddle is something greater than the power to take. It is the power of the witness to move worlds from one reality to another. This is what I will do. I will not take. I will give. I will grant the Traveler a safe haven away from its enemies. And once it hangs in the sky of my throne world, I will seal it away.
Savathun is planning to pull the Traveler into her throne world and seal it away. If that happens, we could lose our connection to the light forever. We need to talk to Ikora.
So, it's not the darkness that's responsible for the planet's mass abduction, but an entity behind it. The Witness. And it seems I might be the one responsible for Savathun's theft of the light. I won't lie. I anticipated this. After all, I was the one who welcomed her into the tower, who gave her access to the Vanguard archives. And now, humanity is at risk of losing the Traveler to the Hive. If I truly am to blame here, I need to know, before Savathun gets her claws anywhere near the Traveler. Your friend Finch has been in touch with a new lead. I'm not so sure about this one, but right now we can't afford any hesitation. Connect with him in the Throne World. Find the answers we need, no matter what it takes. It was somewhere else.